Hello everyone, I'm B. Today I bring a new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial about Editor Utility Widgets. Editor Utility Widgets are very handy when you want to visualize data about your game. Some examples of uses for Editor Utility Widgets are visualize, for example, a save game, what is inside of a save game, what is inside of you have a data table and you want to visualize what's there, or you want to use an editor utility widget while you're playing. So you need, let's say for example, you have an inventory on your game and your player needs certain items for another NPC, like in a quest. So let's say you need some materials. So in that case, when you're testing, you need to go through the game, you need to gather those items, and it can be very tedious when you are working on the game and you need to test that. So you can create an editor utility widget to populate your inventory with those items instead of playing the game, which is very handy when you are actively developing a game and you need to test quickly. I have this utility widget example with me in this project. This is a simple editor utility widget where we have this save data visualizer, which visualize save games on this project I created. And then I have this recipe visualizator, which just visualize data that I have for my game. This project, it was a part of the series I created in the past. So I put the link below so you can download the project and follow along if you want. So I have this, I can create new save games with these values, player label, player coins, and a few other variables that I will show later. And I can load any kind of save game that I already have created. So I'm gonna create one with some values. So let's say level 3, and let's put 500, 500, and let's create the save game. So the save game is created there, and then if I try to load it, it will tell me the save game is there, it created when it was created, and the level and coins. This is great because I can visualize this data and I can sort of create new data. And you could also have another option to manipulate a save game, which could be very handy as well. These are being saved and loaded from the project files. I'll show you where that is. So this is where my project is stored. So if we go to the save folder, then save games, you will see that I have this. That's the one I just created. I also have a few other texts. For example, if I try to load the save game 0, it will tell me that doesn't exist, and I cannot rewrite, I cannot save one that I've already existed. It says it's already existed. So I'm gonna show you how to do all of this. I'll go quickly on some of the steps, and I hope it helps. The first thing we're going to do is to create the main editor utility widget. For that, let's go to right-click on the content browser, editor utilities, and we want to focus on editor utility widget. Don't select this normal widget blueprint because you won't be able to run this editor utility widget. So that's important because I had the mistake in the past to create a normal one, and then I can't use it because it's not an editor utility widget, it's a normal one. So let's create a new one, let's give it a name. And we're gonna put 1, so I don't overwrite the other one. Okay, if we open this one, you will see that it's exactly like a normal widget blueprint. You have everything, you have buttons, you have canvases, so everything looks exactly the same. Let me show you what I have in the final version. You can see I have my menu switcher with 2 other editor utility widgets, so I can separately the functionality. I have these two buttons, I have a text, I have an image, so everything is exactly how you will normally do for a normal widget. So I'm just gonna copy some elements from here, so that will be faster. Put this here, and then let's copy, so we can save a little bit of time. So I'm just copy this, all of this here. Nice. I don't have to create that, so as you can see, this is like the same as we have in the other one. You can design this as however you like, and if you want to follow along with me, you can open the project, you can copy what I have in the link. Finally, I'm gonna create a menu switcher like I have there. Widget switcher, that's it. Okay. There. Gonna anchor this around here so it doesn't overlap with the rest. And for this, so we have the basic one, and I'm gonna show you how to run this. It's very simple, so we just need to right click on the widget, run Editor Utility Widget, and we have this. It does nothing obviously because we haven't done anything just yet, but it works. You can also do it while you play, so that's great because you can, yeah, I can't do anything, but you can do it if you want. Let's continue with this save data tool, which is, as you can see, another Editor Utility Widget, and I like to do it this way to separate different functionality. This is cleaner, I think, but you can do everything inside the same Editor Utility Widget. That's up to you. So, but for me, I think it's a really great way to organize things. So let's create another one for the save data tool. Again, don't forget to select the current one, the right one. I'm just gonna put that name just in case, so I don't mix with the one that I already have created there. Okay, let's save, and then I'm gonna copy some stuff from here because I don't think this is interesting. As I said, it's exactly like the same as we have on a normal widget. So you know how to use widgets, you will know how to use this. There's no difference at all. So let me show you what I have. So I don't want to replicate all of this because it will take a long time to do that. So I'm just gonna replicate quickly some of the functionality here to show you how this works. There is not really any mystery. So as you can see, I have again an image, a title, then I have two vertical boxes, one for the load functionality and the other one is for the save functionality. I also have titles. I also have this editable text, which is gonna be important to select what name we want to give the save game to load or to create a new one. So we have the button, and this is to show the results. And the other one, the create new save game, it has. So again, we have the save this editable text to giving a name to the save game. Then we have a button. Then we have some player stats. This one and this one. These are variables that I have for my save game, which I will show in a bit. And finally, the results to show the output. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just copy over all of these. You can go ahead and create these elements. As I said, the project is on the link below, so you can open that and just copy or create it whatever you want. The most important thing is you have this name, two buttons, one for each functionality, and then these editable texts are important as well to populate the save game. Okay, I have everything copied. I basically copy what I have here and just move it here. So because I'm interested to show you how this two functionality works, I'm not interested to show you how to create the whole widget because that's not part of the tutorial. So now that I have this, I can put this here. So we can do save data tool 1. Okay, so we have that. And now if I try to play this one, oh yeah, I have this one, nothing happens here. Nothing is gonna work because I haven't implemented these 2 elements. Okay, let's go and do that part. So we have our main one. Then we can open this one from here. It's very handy when you don't know what the other widget is. You can do this, it will open that one. Let's start with the create new save game. So we have some data on the we can create new save games and we can do the load save game later. So on the onClick event, the first thing we're going to do is to gather the name of the save game we want. So we can get this variable. So then we can do get text, and we can save that in a variable so we can use it later. Save game. Nice. This is the first step. Next step is to see if this save game already exists. This is a built-in function Unreal provides for this type of things. So we can just have a slot name. This is the user index. This is important. It needs to be the same for load and save game. I normally have only user index 0, that's it. But if you have different save games or different profiles, let's say this contains. But normally I just keep it as user index and that's it. So I'm just gonna actually let's convert this to a string because it's gonna be better. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's do a set. It will do a cast. Yeah, that's gonna be better because we're gonna reuse that one all the time. So we can get this now. And if it okay, let's do a branch. And now if it already exists, we can show on output saying, hey, already exists. We can create a new one. So we can take the output, the results, and let's do a seg text here, and we can say save game. Can do error, save game already exists. We can do this. That's true. If this is not true, we can do the save game. To actually create the save game, we are gonna use the built-in functions that Unreal provides. But for that, we're gonna need an extractor, and I have that implemented in C++. So I'm gonna show you how that looks like. It's very, very simple. You can do as much complexity as you would like. So I normally like to keep this type of the save games on my subgame instance. This is a class that extends from game instance. So this is it's a class that extends from save game. This save game is part of the Unreal save game system, and as you can see, it has very little information. It's just the level, the coins, and then the creation time. I like to add this normally to my save game, so it's a way to show when it was created, and I can use that later for other things. Then I have the name of the save game name. This is optional, but I also like to keep that because I can check things around the save game. As I said, just add these elements if you want, and you can add as many or as much as you want. Back in Unreal Engine, now what we can do is create the save game. That's the first stage. So create save game object. That's the function we need to use. Then it will ask you what save game class you want. So as you can see, I have my main save game. That's the one I've already showed you. If not, it will be like a generic one. I'm not so sure what you can save here because I normally have an extend one with the properties that I want. So let's go to false, and then we can promote this to a variable because we can use it later. With this one, we can start populating the data. So let's, if I access coins, I can do set coins, I can do set level, I can do set save game, and I can do set increase intent. So as you can see, I have all of the variables there, and we can add some of this stuff there. For this, we can use the save game we saved from before. Is the name of the save game. For this, we can do get now, I think. Yeah, one. And for these two, we need to the editable text. So I'm just going to organize this. It's gonna be a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Okay, and here. So for this one, we're gonna use this editable text. Just have this get text. Okay, put it there, and we need to convert this to a string, and then okay, yeah, we'll convert to an int, and we have to do the same for that. Let's move all of this here. Then we need this one, the level. Okay, let's do the same. Get text. We convert this to a string, and we add it there. Okay, this should be enough. So I will normally let's do that. Let's collapse this into a function so it's not everything together. Collapse to function, and let's call this one create and hopefully save game. Okay. Next, we're gonna actually save the game into the folder system, to the folder. So for that, we can use the async save game to slot. The async, it means that it will run async, so there is a completed node. If you use this one, it will be immediately, so you need to use this one. So this can take a few seconds. Normally it takes nothing, but this is important if you work for platforms. It's important to use the async. So I normally when I'm implementing this in my game, I normally have an event that another object listens to, so it will save the game, and when it finishes it will rise an event. We don't have that in this tutorial, but that's how I will normally do. So you can have something like saving game, so the player has to wait a little bit, and it's a way to make sure the player doesn't spawn this. Okay, this function asks us for the save game object, which is the object we created earlier, and then the slot names the save game, and the user index, we keep that as a 0. When it has been completed, we can show a message on the results again. text. Great, it worked. Okay, this is a task true, and it didn't work for whatever reason. Fail. Okay, so that's it. That's all we have to do to this. Let's see if this works. So let's go to our example, and then let's put 55, and let's select another one because I already have one, and let's do 5. Let's see if this 5. Oh, it failed. Why? I don't know. No, it failed. Why? Well, simple. Because what I've just said, because normally in Unreal, I don't know why, but it always picks the first one. Probably didn't complete, so I think that's the reason. So let's run this again, and let's hope now it works. Okay, let's put 3, let's put 61 for example, and coins, let's say, oh yeah, already exists. Okay, let's 4. Okay, it worked. So let's see if we have that on our folder. Okay, let's go back here, save games, and we have 1, 3, and 4. Yeah, that worked. So let's do the load game, which will be very even simple that one. Let's go back to the tool, to the save game tool. And let's move on to the load save game. So it's gonna be similar. So it's the reverse function. Okay. Then the first thing we're going to do is again get the name of the save game from here. Let's save it on a new variable if you want, or you can reuse the same one, because every time we click here it's gonna save. So let's reuse the same one. There's no need for create a new one. Get text, and then we convert this to a string, and let's reuse this one there. Okay, that's the first step. Next is check that this save game exists. So we also have we can reuse the same function. Save game exists. Okay, that's the one. Again, use the user index 0. No need to change that. Get this, and then we can show a message. So if it doesn't exist, we cannot really actually load the save game. Let's pop a message here on this result load game text. And we can put something like the save game you are trying to load doesn't exist. We can put error, and if it exists, we can use async plot background. Okay, this one, async loads game from slot. As you can see, we have the not async version. I always use the async version. It will save me time, and it's not that difficult to use it. Again, let's keep it the user index to 0, and the slot name, it will be that one. Okay. We can again show a message. Don't make the same mistake as I just did, so just remove that and add it there. And text fail while loading. That means if it didn't succeed, it will show a message. Yeah. For example, and if it worked, we will receive the object here. So I'm gonna create a new function because I think it's gonna be cleaner. So dot save game. Let's hook this up there, well, we need the input of the save game. So mine's a game, get the reference. Now we can, no, apologize, yeah, this object is just a save game, so we cannot pass the type save game, so save game. So let's skip this one. What we need to do is to do a cast, so let's link these together, okay, and then we can do cast to main save game. So we have our type, and we can get drawings. So we can do the same as we did before. Get the level. We can get the save game. And finally, it's get creation time. Yeah. Right. So we can show all of this here. The way you could do that is with a string append, for example. So you can have to a string, convert this to a string. We can get an append. So this is normally the way I do these things, especially when it's just for debugging. So save game, no added save game, and I will do there another pin. We can put this the creation time. Okay, we need to convert this, so we can that we can add each element. I'm trying to do this quickly, but you can do this nicely if you want. Tweak this a little bit because okay, so we have all the values there, and then for the rest, and actually give a space and another pin for coins. Add that there, and let's do the same for the other one. You press shift, it will leave an space. So okay, level. And let me put this here because there's no point really in having. Okay, there, and a new pin. Gonna leave a space there. Finally, level. Okay, great. We have all the append there. So let's add this to the result node. Save test. Yeah, that it will do the convert. We need to think that if it doesn't cast properly, we can also show text here instead of all of this. That's up to you. Let's do that. So we can just have this fail while casting. Okay. Compile. Let's see. So we've done everything. Let's see if it works. Let's run this one. I'm gonna try to save this one, which doesn't work. Let's try with the one. That's one of the when I try for the first time, and the one we created, it was 1 or 2. Let's check both. So we have the 3. Okay, and fourth. Let's see what we got. And we get the date that when we created that. That's very, very handy. And yeah, we can create new ones if we want. So let's see, 300. Let's put these 6 because I don't know how many we have. Yeah, great, it worked. And let's load it. Yeah, it's giving the same values. Oh yeah, coins, level, day. Yeah, it worked. So That's great, everything works. That's it for today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time. Bye!